Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've been looking for the perfect set of bookshelf speakers to transform your music, movies, or even your gaming setup, this video's for you. We're diving into 7 of the best bookshelf speakers out there right now, a mix of punchy Edifiers, powerful Klipsch legends, and an old-school polk that still brings serious charm. So grab your favorite track, crank that volume a little, and let's jump straight into number 7. Number 7. Edifier R980T. Small body, serious bass. Let's start off with a little underdog that surprises everyone who hears it. The Edifier R980T. These tiny speakers look humble, but don't let that fool you. Inside each wooden cabinet is a 4-inch bass driver, a 13mm silk dome tweeter, and a flared bass reflex port that delivers way more depth than you'd expect from something this compact. Right out of the box, the build feels premium real MDF wood, not cheap plastic. That makes a big difference in resonance control. It keeps the sound clean and the bass tight. Plug them in, and you'll instantly hear that signature Edifier warmth, full mids, smooth highs, and bass that actually thumps. At 24 watts RMS, they're not meant to shake the house, but in a small room or desktop setup, they sound beautifully balanced. Now, they're not perfect. You won't get ear-splitting volume or adjustable treble control, and the knobs being tucked at the back is a little inconvenient. But for under $70, they deliver crisp, clear, undistorted sound that puts many budget 2.1 systems to shame. The R980T is like that reliable friend who never tries too hard, it just gets the job done, with honesty and character. If you're tight on space or budget, this is your starter speaker that doesn't feel entry-level when you hit play. Number 6. Polk Audio T15. Classic American Power. Coming in next is a real crowd favorite, the Polk Audio T15, the kind of speaker that feels like the backbone of a proper home theater setup. It's been around for years, and there's a reason people still buy it. It's affordable, tough, and way more powerful than it looks. What's cool is how flexible they are. You can wall mount them, use them as front speakers, surrounds, or even rears in a 5.1 setup. And yes, they support Dolby and DTS. For the price, you could easily build a full Polk home theater system, piece by piece. Still, the overall experience is fun. The T15's strength is that it sounds big. You turn them on, and suddenly your living room feels like a movie theater. If you're a casual listener who wants that full, enveloping sound without spending hundreds, this is the set that'll make you smile every time you press play. The only real drawback? They're passive speakers. You'll need an amplifier or receiver to drive them. But once they're powered properly, the T15S will easily outlive most soundbars in both performance and reliability. Polk's been in the game for over 50 years, and the T15 keeps that heritage alive. Think of them as the American muscle car of bookshelf speakers, not the most refined, but built to roar and deliver pure enjoyment. Number 5. Edifier R1280T. Retro charm meets modern sound. All right. Now we're stepping into the modern Edifier era with one of their most iconic models, the Edifier R1280T. These are the ones that made everyone realize that budget and beautiful could actually live in the same sentence. At first glance, they give off a nostalgic 90s office meets vintage hi-fi vibe, classic wood side panels, soft gray grille, simple design. But behind that humble face, you've got real power. 42 watts of clean output from a 13mm silk dome tweeter and a 4-inch woofer that's surprisingly lively. Once you turn them on, it's clear why the R1280T is still one of the best-selling bookshelf speakers worldwide. The sound is big, clean, and confident. Bass is smooth and groovy, mids are warm and natural, and the treble stays crisp without biting your ears. You can feel that balanced Edifier tuning that works equally well for rock, pop, jazz, or even movie nights. Now yes, they don't have Bluetooth, but that's part of their charm. They're pure analog, plug-and-play speakers, no pairing, no apps, just you and your music. The dual AUX inputs also mean you can connect two devices at once, say your turntable and your PC, without swapping cables. If you're chasing that golden age sound when music actually sounded like it came from a room, not a chip, the R1280T is pure nostalgia that still sounds fresh today. Number 4. Edifier R1280DB, the everyday audiophile. Now, imagine taking everything great about the R1280T and upgrading it for the modern listener. That's exactly what Edifier did with the R1280DB. It looks almost identical, same elegant wooden finish, same 4-inch woofer and 13mm tweeter, but under the hood, it's a totally different beast. The R1280DB brings in Bluetooth connectivity, optical and coaxial inputs, and a built-in DAC. Translation? You can connect it to almost anything your TV, console, phone, or computer, no receiver required. Sonically, the DB has that signature Edifier smoothness, but with just a touch more sparkle. It's got a little more energy in the treble and a slightly tighter low end. The mids are beautifully balanced vocals, and instruments sit perfectly in the mix, neither too forward nor buried. There are small quirks. It's not the loudest pair in the world, and the remote doesn't display volume levels, but honestly, for its size and price, it punches way above its class. Whether you're watching a movie or streaming a playlist over Bluetooth, it always sounds controlled, never harsh. The R1280DB proves that Edifier understands real-world listening. You get analog warmth with digital flexibility, and for many people, that's the sweet spot. Number 3. Klipsch R41M, compact size, concert-level energy. When you see the name Klipsch, you already know what you're in for: bold design, aggressive detail, and an energy that just begs to be played loud. The R41M is the baby of Klipsch's reference series, but don't let that baby label fool you. This little thing packs a serious punch. You're getting a 4-inch spun copper woofer and a 1-inch aluminum tweeter loaded into Klipsch's iconic Tractrix horn. That's what gives these speakers their signature live performance sound. The highs sparkle, the mids stay crisp, and the lows are surprisingly full, considering the compact 11-inch cabinet. They also shine when paired with a subwoofer, something like the Sony Sax 9 or Klipsch's own R100SW, and that combo delivers a full, rich spectrum from top to bottom. For around $199 a pair, these speakers are ridiculously capable. They're ideal for small to mid-sized rooms, and even in a 5.1 setup, they blend beautifully as fronts or rears. If the Edifiers were warm and polite, the R41M is the extrovert in the room, energetic, confident, and begging you to turn the volume up. Once you do, you'll understand why so many people fall in love with that Klipsch sound. Number 2. Edifier R1280DBS, the smart upgrade that outplays its price. Okay, now this one's special, the Edifier R1280DBS. Think of it as the R1280DB on steroids. It takes everything that made the DB a favorite and cranks it up just enough to make it feel premium without touching the high-end price tags. At first glance, the design is timeless. That smooth wood grain and gray face panel still look elegant on any desk or shelf, but it's what's inside that makes this version shine. You've got the same 4-inch mid-bass driver and 13mm silk dome tweeter, but now powered by 42 watts of continuous output and Bluetooth 5.0 for cleaner wireless streaming. Plug in via optical, coaxial, RCA, or Bluetooth, it handles them all. There's even a sub-out port, which is a big deal at this price. That means you can easily expand into a 2.1 setup later. Now let's talk sound, and this is where the DBS earns its spot at number 2. It sounds richer and cleaner than the previous generation. The low end is punchier but still tight. Vocals are incredibly clear, almost too good for this price range. The treble is airy and alive, but not piercing. If I had to nitpick, Bluetooth can sound slightly compressed compared to optical, and the included cable between speakers could have been longer. But honestly, that's reaching because overall, the R1280DBS is one of the best balanced, most complete bookshelf systems. It's the kind of speaker that makes your room feel alive, whether it's soft piano in the morning or explosive fight scenes at night. It's modern, it's versatile, and it absolutely punches above its weight. And finally, at number 1, the crown goes to the Klipsch R51M, the king of compact power. This is the speaker that truly embodies the idea of big sound, small box. It's not just an upgrade from the R41M, it's a whole different animal. The R51M features Klipsch's 1-inch aluminum LTS tweeter and dual 5.2 5-inch spun copper IMG woofers. Together, they deliver a soundstage that feels massive. The first thing you notice is how effortlessly these fill a room. Even a big living room, with rich, dynamic energy. The highs are bright and crystal clear, the mids are detailed, and the bass has that tight, percussive punch that makes drums and bass guitars sound alive. Play Diana Krall or REM, and you can feel every nuance. Switch to something heavier, like rock or EDM, and the R51M just keeps up without breaking a sweat. Now, yes, it leans toward the lively side of the spectrum. If you're after a completely neutral studio monitor, this isn't that. But if you want speakers that make you feel something, that make your living room sound like a live show, this is it. Pair it with a subwoofer, and it's a full-blown concert system. Run it solo, and it's still an absolute powerhouse. The R51M is proof that you don't need floor-standing towers to get that thrilling, immersive sound. Every note feels dynamic, every instrument feels distinct, and every listen feels fun. That's what makes the R51M the king of this lineup. It's got the energy of a performer and the precision of a professional studio. So there you have it. The 7 best bookshelf speakers that prove size really doesn't define sound. From the compact Edifier R980T to the beastly Klipsch R51M, each one brings its own flavor from warm and relaxed to bright and bold. If you're after value, the Edifiers are unbeatable. If you want excitement and that live concert energy, the Klipsch lineup is where you'll find your thrill. And for those chasing a balanced middle ground, the R1280DBS nails it perfectly. Remember, good speakers don't just play sound, they change how you feel your favorite music. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, drop your dream setup in the comments, and of course subscribe for more deep dive reviews like this one. Until next time, keep the volume up and your soundstage wide.